Hello, my Virgo, and welcome to your day. Thank you so much again for joining me. Even after the time that's gone by, I appreciate that you're here again with me, not losing faith in this process and everything that we are trying to achieve together. So, are you ready, my Virgo, to know what the cost of your ambition is? What will it mean if you fail? And are you being too stubborn in a certain area of your life? If so, sit back, relax, grab a little cup of tea. This one's going to be a few minutes long, and I'm going to tell you the ins and outs of where you're at right now. This is going to help you to figure out what your goals should be over the next 28 days. Where are you at? Where do you need to be? And what's going to get you there? But ultimately, are you self-sabotaging? It's a good question. So while I'm shuffling, I'm definitely thinking about you, my Virgo, and what it means to be you, the energies that you have, and what you need to know right now. I also want to just say again that I am sorry that you were the last one to receive this reading. It's just such a good reading. I didn't want to skip anyone. But you and Sagittarius had to wait a little bit longer because of pre-Valentine's Day personal issues that I was having around the 12th of February. But I appreciate, like I said, that the fact that you're here. My Virgo, my dedicated, stable, reliable, comfortable, loving, ambitious, and yet reserved Virgo. What does the world have for you today? Well, I think what it has is me about to drop all the cards on the floor, which is a sign that I'm shuffling too much. We have one more card. One more card to be selected by the fates, by the universe, by God, by whomever you believe guides us to where we are. Regardless, life is full of good advice, and this is the avenue for good advice for you today. Otherwise, you would not be here. Ooh, wow. A lot of fives. So, right off the bat, your ambition, the cost of your ambition, what does it mean? Well, you got the Five of Pentacles. And as you may know, the Five of Pentacles represents struggle. It's often one of the saddest cards in a deck, showing someone in financial hardship, in physical hardship. There's isolation, and yet not total isolation. It's more of a sense of isolation from the answer. You could be in this negative space with many other people, but you're all in a state of self-isolation together. They say it's important to remember that trauma is not permanent. However, another thing to remember is that this is a card of severity. It is literally called the Lord of Material Troubles. And this card is one that doesn't really take prisoners, so to speak. Ruled by Taurus, ruled by Mercury. There's a lot of earthly maturity here that has communication barriers at play, I would definitely say. I mean, just based off what I just told you. But when it comes to the cost of your ambition, it definitely says that there's going to be this need. If you, whatever your goals are that you're feeling right now, the way you're feeling to get where you feel like you're going to good, there's going to be this setback, this struggle, this need to accept imperfection and things not always going perfectly to your plan. This need to let the universe guide you. The fives sometimes deal with a need to look up to a different direction of help. We get so trapped in a sense of always looking down at our feet, trying to watch where we're going. But if you're not careful, that kind of thing, it doesn't help you prevent a misstep, and it can actually prevent you from seeing an opening to a new way out. So just know that in order to get the financial stability that you're looking for, you're going to need to not be as in the trenches in your head, even if you feel like you're kind of trudging along, not seeing the success at the end of the tunnel. There are other options around you. You may or may not be aware of them, but you're going to have to go a different direction. So what is the cost of your failure? If something were to not go to plan, or if you weren't able to get yourself out of your own head and be able to understand the point of views and the avenues that you need to traverse, you have the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of the throne of the earth. She is, she is time invested in a process. She is security, even wealth. She's not like the king. She's not going to be like dominating success and willing to, create wealth for others or help others. She is in this not final stage, but she's definitely in a place of comfort, emotional comfort with money, with life. So if there is this inability to get your head anyway, almost in the clouds, don't come out of the clouds, go in the clouds, quit looking down, then you're going to potentially lose out on some very comfortable options, things that would give you emotional security as well as financial security. So when it comes to getting there, how do you get to this level of what you want? And allow yourself to like not strugglingly come out of the funk. You're just going through the motions so much that you may not even be able to conceive of how to stop going through the motions, how to break that cycle. And what you have here is definitely a mental card. It is the Five of Swords. Again, this has to deal with severity. There is going to be this need for this mental battle, inside your mind to understand what is being lost, understanding what could be gained. I think you're very aware of that. But the real thing is understanding what you might lose if you win the battle. Being aware of all different sides, And when it comes to money, and I say being aware of what you might lose when you win, it has to do with relationships and people. And what this totally is talking about in my book is, at what cost do you win? Are you so focused on winning that you are going to sacrifice relationships with others, relationships with business owners and business opportunities, relationships at current places that you work? You don't want to sacrifice. You don't want to fight to the point of actually creating conflict. This isn't a wand card. This is a sword. It is a mental game all the way. So whether or not you reach out to different avenues or not, you are going to have to play this mental game where you're looking at the future end. The 5 is the card of the Lord of Defeat, but yet it is not about your defeat necessarily. It's about you defeating others and how that whole concept plays out. How much do you win? How much do they lose? Do you end up on the same field later on in life? Or is that victory a deal breaker to someone playing the game? These are questions you need the answers to. You need to understand where you are right now, who you're actually battling. Because right now, just insisting on pushing forward for this financial gain. But who is going to give you this financial gain? Who are you trying to to win against? It's a very viable question. So then here we are. Let's get to a different area of this. Why are we even craving money in the first place? Why are we craving the ambition that we crave? Four of Pentacles. You got a lot of Pentacle cards today. The Four of Pentacles. This is someone who is almost desperately holding on to money. There is a sense of real possessiveness here. Just a desire to not let go. Maybe even a fear of what it might mean right now if you don't win. So every card here that I see that is like money related is in a position, they're in like this upside down triangular position of telling you that you're focusing, all your focus is about what you want in life, not necessarily who you want it from or where you want it from, but what you want. You want to fight for it, you want to possess it, but in the process, you're going to lose the joy of it. You're going to lose the emotional connection of what it might give you. What you need to be fighting for is your mental space. You need to be fighting for maybe even respect. Make it more about what you deserve, like mentally and emotionally and on a respect level rather than a financial level. It feels a lot like work, a lot like something that is actually going to be a financial gain here. So I encourage you, when you find yourself in these situations, don't make it about the money. Make it about what your worth is. Okay? So this final card, where have you been being stubborn? What do you either need to let go, or what have you been totally not understanding? You've been dropping the ball mentally, is what I'm getting here. You've got the Two of Swords, the Lord of Peace restored. This card is one where there's no clear resolution, which is all over your reading. Very unclear. We understand the problem, but there's really not a lot of clarity. And I think, I hate to say this, but I think this may be your fault. You're not putting yourself in a position to understand your own value, your own desire. So you're clouding your own reading, my Virgo, by not having your mind in a logic-based scenario. You are still so focused on the coins and on what they might bring you that your mind is not able to clearly direct itself so that you're making conscious and positive decisions, boom, 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 right in a row. Instead, you're like, I need to do this, but money. I'm going to focus over here, but money. Oh yeah, the money. And work and lot, but money. You see, you just keep coming back to this need for more. And if I was doing an oracle reading for you, I know what card you would get. You would get oh shit. I think it's the Cup. Understanding that your cup is empty, but it's because you don't know what to fill it with. You have the potential to put anything in this cup you want, and you're not in a place where you even know what to begin to pour because you're so desiring a full cup that you're not even focusing on what will fulfill that cup. And I know I kind of went off there, but it's just what I felt called to tell you. So to bring this back around to the point of what these readings have been about is to help you have a goal that's going to bring you back in line with what you need. So here you are, physical, and you've got these two mental cards that are battling each other. So this month, I'm not going to encourage you to focus on love and desire. Cups and wands are not here. I'm also not going to tell you not to focus on money at all because that's unrealistic. But I will tell you that when it comes to your mind, it is paramount that you start making clear, definitive decisions. And you may have already begun doing this. But what you need to do is little by little, just break it down into two columns. and just yes, no, yes, no. What is your mental state? What is your logical side? There you go. What is your logical side telling you, Virgo? Break your life into smaller questions so that they don't get hazy. It doesn't feel so monumental. So it's not such an aggressive pull towards the finances. For instance, okay, let's say you want, I don't know, let's say you want a raise. Okay, well, you got so many choices. Should you talk to your boss? Should you go out and find a new job? Should you have a second job? Should you this? Should you that? There's so many different things that come with it. Should you just grin it and bear it and make better financial choices and save the money you have? You know, there's so many levels to it. So what I would say, your goal is that over the next month, you need to answer some definitive minor questions that will give you clear direction in this, such as, do you like the work you do? Yes or no? Is the pay you have enough? Yes or no? Are you being respected where you are? Yes or no? Are there future things definitely on your horizon that make you think more money is necessary? Yes or no? These are very important questions that will give you true insight as to your situation, your mental state, and where you're going. If you're not being paid enough, that's a problem. But if you are being paid enough, but you just know you're not being paid a fair rate, that's a different story. Okay? Completely different. Do you have enough money to pay your bills? Yes or no? Totally different story there. See? So you really need to understand the crux of why you're so focused on money. Is it about the money? Is it about the work? Is it about you? Is it about future needs? These are very important. I think that you need to focus on this, Virgo. You need to understand where you're at in life so that you can truly get clarity and a clear vision forward to your future. All right. I hope this has been helpful, my Virgo. I really enjoy all of our time together, as always. And I'm going to be posting some different videos here in the next week or so. I've been very serious lately. I've had a lot of serious things on my mind. But to lighten it up, we're going to delve into like some self-building, self-healing, or just fun, introspective games and insight into our own mind. And I hope you join me. I hope you come along for it. It'll be fun. It might even be very enlightening to understand who you are a little bit more as a person. So thanks again for being here, and I'll see you later. Bye.